welcome back everybody. I'm here with another Lord of the Rings Middle-earth Special Collector Edition, which feels repetitive to have a Collector's Edition Special Edition, but we're going to open all 12 of these packs, and I brought my handy scissors to expedite this process. Since opening the last box, I've done a little more research, so I know now some more of the names and elements they've added to this, including some scroll cards, and they just don't make it easy to figure this stuff out. So I am a bit surprised there's no box topper in these, but that is okay. So let's get to it. Man, these packs just look great though. So the big things, obviously, I would love to pull are any serialized cards or one ring. But, you know, we will see what we get. I don't know why the packs are always easier to open from the bottom. All right, so right off the bat, we see our foil, I'm sorry, what's it called? The Surge foil token. But let's see what we got here. I'm going to kind of skip over the commons a little bit here to make this go a bit quicker. Ooh, this is the scroll treatment, I believe it's called. And so this is actually the single best common in the game. Or not in the game, but in the set, rather. So I'm going to set that off to the side. So it's a foil. So they added this sort of like scroll here, which I actually think is kind of great looking. And now that I look at the old cards without it, I'm like, oh, I'm missing out. But they have foil and non-foil versions. So there's our land. So let's see what we have for our rares. Right off the bat, we have Glamdring. So hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. Monstrosity of the Lake. So this is once again that scroll treatment here. And this is a foil. We have Galadriel, Light of the Valinor. This is a, man, we got two mythics. I always screw it up. Then we have we have three rares here, or rares / mythics. And then we have our Surge foils. So there's going to be two Surge foils in each of these. The first one is Born on a Wind, and then Gollum, Patient Plotter, and then we have Worship, which is actually a pretty good card. So nothing too epic there. I'm going to start a little different pile for our Surge foils. We'll do a review of both. So that's a pretty okay pack. I'm not, obviously the Surge foils are going to be your big hits, but I gotta stop. Maybe I'm just gonna use scissors because I seem to hit this camera all the time and I don't use scissors. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Ooh, another Lorien reveal. This is great. This is like a $5 card. I mean, because it's very good. That's why. All righty. Mirkwood Bats. That's a kind of cool card in my opinion. All right, we have our land. Gonna put our commons off to the side here. And then we have the Shire, which looks like a green land. We have Arrestal of the Council, Minas Tirith Garrison. Ooh, this is one of the, I think this is a new card for the set. So this is our Surge foil, is Isildur's Fateful Strike, Samwise the Stout Heart, and then, oof, okay, we pulled our Sauron, and this is, I think, actually one of the cooler. This is pretty freaking epic. Look at this guy. I love that. So this box I'm already a huge fan of. I'm gonna stick this right here so people can see it, and then there's our food token. So to avoid hitting the camera, I'm just gonna cut these now. So yes, I'm just double checking that this is not serialized. The number on it is kind of hard to see because the cards are so busy, and I don't mean busy in a really negative way, although one could say they're too busy, but I don't think that's the case. Swarming of Moria, Sauron the White, Bitter Downfall. Alrighty. This is, there's so many commons and uncommons, you can almost draft from these. Food for thought there. All right. Mary, Esquire of Rohan, Flame of Arnor, foil. Fell Beast of Mordor. Look how cool this guy is. I like that. And then we have, so those are our three rares. And then we have a, ooh, I think we have some good ones here. We have the Andorol, Flame of the West, Surge Foil. And then we have a Nazgul Battle Mace. That's pretty cool. Man, look at this. And then we have Tempt with Discovery. I'm just gonna stick this over here maybe. And then our food. So I think the last slot you have a Lord of the Rings from the Commander set, which I think those can be quite good cards. So I'll just set those off to the side. I said this before, but I find it very confusing how they've decided to have two separate sets, and it just makes it pretty hard to keep track of everything and nearly impossible to also collect a master set here. All right, I'm gonna put the food off to the side. All right, we have a Morgul Knife Wound, Rally at the Hornburg, Ring Sight, Bilbo Retired Burglar, Escape from Orthanc, Woes Pathfinder, Stew the Conies. This is pretty hitting Gollum there. Lost to Legend. All right. And this is our Forest. Can't decide which is the best, or the best looking. I think it might be the Swamps. All right. Gimli of the Glittering Caves. Mary Warden of Isengard. Ooh, Minas Morgul, Dark Fortress. Enters tapped. Okay, those are our 3 rares. We have now our 2 Surge Foils, which the camera is just going bonkers here. So we have Sauron's Ransom. Ooh, and Barrow Downs. Okay, we like that. And then we have a Tempt with, oh, look at this. We have 2 of these now. Interesting that I guess this one's foil, this one's not foil. I've said this before, but I really think sometimes there's, you know, the printers just don't shuffle the cards well, and sometimes you end up with, like, even if they're, you know, very rare cards, you end up with like 2 in a pack or something, just because they're on the sheet next to each other. But that's my own conspiracy theory here. So, all right, I'm gonna set this down. Oof, I think we saw something back there, but we're gonna wait. We're waiting. Gollum, Patient Plotter, Morgul Knife Wound, Nimrod Watcher, Eowyn of the Rittermark. This is gonna be such a cool cube when I make this. It's like it's probably gonna take me to the holidays to actually do it, but I'm really excited. All right, we have Windswift Slice, Too Greedily, Too Deep, Courageous Resolve, interesting. This is what I mean. It's interesting to get 2 of these Surge Foils. I don't actually remember how many Surge Foils there are, but it feels like getting 2 of these in the same booster box. Legolas, Counter of Kills, which is fine. I think I pulled this one already. And then we have the Andorol. I always mispronounce it. And this is not at least I don't see any sort of number on here to indicate that it is serialized. So pretty darn cool. So I actually don't know. So the Sauron is not foil. I don't know if they've also come in foil and not foil, or if some were foil. This is what I mean. Like, there's just a little too much variation for me to be able to even keep a track. And I feel like I'm somebody that is pretty into, you know, spreadsheets and stuff. And I feel a little bit thwarted by this set as far as keeping track of all 900 plus cards. All right, Soothing of Smeagol, Generous Ent, Strider. All righty. Okay, put our commons off. Then we have our Mountain. This is our 3rd Isildur's Fateful Strike. This is the 3rd one we pulled. I think they're our 2nd Mary. I think we also have the Minas Tirith Garrison again. And then we have the Doors of Durin is one of our Surge Foils. Oh, this looks just beautiful. Look at this Gladriel, Light of Valinor. Fascinating. And we have a foil Myriad Landscape, and then our food here. So I actually, outside of the lands in the Surge Foil, I don't really know if the characters are super, you know, chased after or not. So it's hard to, like I said, it's hard to keep track of value. Obviously, the big thing we're looking for here is probably the any serialized card or the One Ring. I would love to get the One Ring Surge foil. That would be awesome. You can't have enough One Rings in your life. Okay, gonna set this down. And what do we got? Surrounded by Orcs, Searing Patrol, Miro Gladriel, Gorebag of Minas Morgul, Lash the Balrog. Okay, ooh. So this is a Nazgul with the scroll treatment, and he is also a foil, I think. So we love that. We really like that. We'll stick him in our rare pile. He's probably the most, one of the most valuable cards we've pulled so far. All right, we have Doors of Durin, Boromir, Watcher of the Tower. I have actually never seen that card. The Nazgul Battle Mace, which we have in Surge Foil. And then let's see what our Surge Foils are. We have a Gloin Dwarf Emissary, and we have Galadriel's Dismissal, and we have Explore. Interesting. Let's see here. How are we doing on packs? It looks like we have 5 left. So lots of fun remains. This is going to be the last booster box I buy for a long time. I have spent too many dollars on cards, and I need to cool my jets here. As my dad would say in a very Midwestern way, cool our jets. All right, let's see what we got. Elven Farsight, Torment of Gollum. Alrighty. Our forest. We have the Mines of Moria. I don't think this is actually a great land. Mirkwood Trapper. I have a bunch of him. Warg Rider. And then we have... Ooh, okay. Lotho Corrupt Sheriff. Peregrine Took, and Diabolical Intent. Fascinating. I didn't know there was a Diabolical Intent in here. So, pretty interesting there. I had no idea there's one even in the set. Okay, well that's a great... It feels like the last card placement is like kind of like a wild card almost a little bit. I don't know. I'm sure there's an official term to describe it, but it feels a little bit, it's like this chaos spot, the chaos place. So let's see here. We have our token, and then, all right, Claim the Precious, Protector of Gondor, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Nothing that interesting here. And we're on to our land. Warrior Scavenger, unfortunately I already have him. Corsair of Umbar, Call Forth the Tempest. Ooh, Arwen, Mortal Queen, Gimli, Counter of Kills, and Stonehewer Giant. This is actually pretty cool art. Okay, we don't hate that. I don't really know anything about any of these rares. I don't think they're actually very good. Stonehewer Giant. Okay. We have 3 packs left. Let's try to... I don't know if the poster art cards, if it's like 2 per booster box or something, or what the deal there is. Because we've gotten 2, and I got 2 in the last box I opened. So I don't know if they're kind of like averaging 2 per booster box, and that's what to expect. Mordor Trebuchet. Eowyn. Okay. Love this troll, actually. I'm going to stick this off because I like the Troll of Khazad-dûm. Shadow Summoning. Alrighty. Here's our Cool Plains. Then we have our Gandalf the Grey. We have a... Ooh. So this is that scroll treatment once again, so you can kind of see what this looks like. Interesting. He looks great. We have Rohirrim Chargers. And then we have a Lobila Sackbill Baggins, which I unfortunately already have. And I think I already have this as well. So, unfortunately, nothing that interesting there as far as stuff. And we'll do with 2 packs left. Come on, One Ring in the Surge foil format. Would love to not have to buy that. Okay. You know, I feel like I'm usually better at opening packs than this, but I get a little camera shy here because it's literally talking into a camera alone in a room for like 20 minutes. So sometimes you run out of stuff to say. All right, Chance Met Elves, Easterling Vanguard, Uglug of the White Hand, Shelob's Ambush, Second Breakfast. Interesting. All right, our Surge Land, Sauron's Ransom, Hithian Rope, Legolas Quick Reflexes. Is this the one that is? I don't remember this. Elven Chorus, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. I already have him, and Second Harvest foil here. A borderless one. Interesting. All right, we are off to our last pack. Let's make it a really good one here. I think we've got some pretty good cards here already, so I feel okay about this booster box, but it'd be really nice to just end on a super positive note and just blow it out of the water here. Okay. And also, I didn't really say this, but even the packs are foily. They just look great. All right, Second Breakfast, Improvised Club, Lambas, two Improvised Clubs. Okay, this is it, guys. All right, Mountain, Trap the Trespassers, Fangorn Tree Shepherd, Galadriel's Dismissal, which we file of Galadriel, and Faramir Field Cat. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to quickly look at these again. So the file of that, Galadriel, Faramir Field Commander, and then we have the Watcher in the Water. So I'm going to quickly go over our borderless poster cards here. So we have an Andorol, Sauron, and then the Watcher in the Water. I think the Watcher in the Water might be my favorite, to be honest. And then Sauron is maybe, because this just looks like a metal concert, but this guy is so cartoony. I kind of love it. Okay, so those were our three poster cards. And then these are all the Surge foils, which I didn't quite realize there were going to be two. I mean, I obviously understand now that there's two per pack, but all the people that bought Surge lands are kind of not in a great place. We're quickly reviewing our Surge lands, our Surge cards here. So this is a highlight, probably. Maybe the Arwen. It's a cool looking card. This is probably a highlight. This is probably a highlight. Maybe the Borrow Downs. I actually don't know. And then, so we got two. How annoying. We got two of those. And then maybe so did we get two of the sword as well? Or no, I'm sorry, just okay, there's just two different versions of it. And then for our rares, we got some decent stuff here. Let's check out our rares quickly. So no Orc Bowman, or Orcish Bowman, but we got Trap the Trespassers, some Rope, Second Harvest, Saruman of the White Hand. What else is kind of a highlight here? I just, this Diabolical Intent, I'm intrigued to look up the value on. Lands of Moria, I think it's kind of a crap land. Oh, did I stuck these two in here? Nazgul Battle Maze, and we did get a nice Nazgul. Let's see what else. Courageous Resolve. These cards, I love the smell, I miss it. This might actually be a pretty good card as well. I need to read the text. There's just too many cards to keep track of. Yeah, maybe this Galadriel. So, outside of the poster cards and a few interesting Surge foils, this box is maybe, I don't know. You know, I think I paid $295 for it, so I think we probably got $200 in value, depending on how these are valued. I don't really know. I'm curious to know if there's foil and non-foil of all of these. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to go put all this stuff away and continue building my cube. and I'll catch everybody next time.